sub-edition of Kitchen Table Politics of PittstonPolitics.com. We just stopped by Attorney Tom O'Connor's announcement for Luzerne County Judge. Tom, why don't you say hello to everybody and
Hello, my name's Tom O'Connor, and I'm from Kingston, not from the Garden Village, but married my better half, who is from the Garden Village.
And the angle we're taking today is probably everybody knows Tom, and you're going to see some of his speech, and we're going to write a little bit about Tom. But we're more interested today in his lovely wife, Roseanne, who is actually from West
Pittston, yes.
Where'd you grow up in West Pittston?
I grew up on the corner of Park and Montgomery Avenue.
Okay.
Park Street and Montgomery.
And did you graduate from Wyoming area or Pittston area?
Well, I'm dating myself, but I was the first graduated class proudly of Wyoming area.
Okay. So
that was 1967.
1967.
Yes.
So you know the folks like Dominic Ritz and those guys?
Dominic and I were very good friends.
Sure.
Same class, yes.
Sure. What are some of your fonder memories of the Garden Village? You remember the Italian kitchen?
Oh, great hangout, actually. The Italian kitchen was the place where all the kids hung out. Of course, West Pittston is a small town.
Sure.
And it was a wonderful experience. We would very safely, meet each other on corners, eventually wind up at the Italian kitchen, hang out there at night, enjoy the pizza. Then we'd walk over to Gravlick's, have our ice cream, and it was just that whole block where the kids hung out, and it was safe and it was fun, and then we went home. We were very satisfied.
Sure. Now, you also lived in a couple other places in the greater Pittston area. Is that correct?
I didn't I grew up in West Pittston,
Okay.
and then when I was a sophomore in college, my parents actually built a home in Wyoming.
Okay.
And we moved.
And before, your maiden name is?
Oh, Naples, Roseanne
Naples.
O'Connor. Yes.
Before we forget about that. So your folks moved down the other side of the river for a little bit?
Well, we moved down to Wyoming for a short period of time, and then they really missed West Pittston, so then we did move back to West Pittston.
Sure.
We're flooded out, and then they eventually moved up to Stauffer Heights, to the higher ground.
Sure.
And that's where, until just recently, they sold their home because it was too large.
And how did you meet Tom, your husband?
We actually met through a mutual friend. I had been away for several years working, and I came home, and through a mutual friend, we happened to be out, and Tommy was with a friend of his who I knew. That we had done some work through the United Way, volunteer work through the United Way, and we met, and the rest is history, I guess.
How long have you been married?
We've been married. We just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary. It's been 25 wonderful years.
And how many children do you have?
We have 3 children. Our son Michael is 22.
Okay.
And he's now, as Tommy mentioned during his announcement, Michael graduated last year from Notre Dame, and now he's doing a graduate program through Notre Dame. That's a combination of service work, so he's teaching in an underprivileged Catholic school in Alabama, and he'll also be earning his master's degree. And our 2 daughters, Katie, who's 21, she just turned 21, and Mary is 19, are both at College of the Holy Cross up in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Sure.
And our middle girl, Katie, is actually spending her junior year abroad in Florence. So she's speaking beautiful Italian, which makes my mother absolutely happy because my mom was born in Italy.
Oh,
so,
right,
yes.
right. Tommy, what do you think your biggest asset you could bring to the bench is?
I think my biggest asset is I've been a practicing lawyer for over 30 years. Also my community activities, and the reason I stress that is because of my leadership in those community activities. I think people are looking for someone who can command respect in and out of the courtroom as their judge, and I think I fill that bill for a lot of people. And it doesn't matter who they are, whether they're Republican or whether they're Democrat, whether they have a couple bucks or whether they're a union person. They don't care. They want someone, I think, that they're looking for that can satisfy those requirements. And they've reached out to me just in an unbelievable fashion, as attested to by tonight, which totally surprised me.
How many people do you think you had in attendance tonight?
We know we're set up for 150 chairs. There was obviously a lot of people that gravitated more to the outside of the room. I would say minimum 250 and probably more than that. I had people that said, we just got here. We brought 15 people that I really didn't even see in the back. So, it could have been 300, could have been 400, but I know we're in excess of 250.
And judging from some of the faces in the crowd, it looked like you had a greater Pittston and Wyoming and Pittston area school districts. The folks and some of the players were pretty well represented here.
Yeah, I have some close ties to both communities, besides my wife's ties that I just have cultivated through the years. I'm a West Side boy, and when we look at that, really, we look at the whole west side of the river. So you go down to West Pittston and go all the way down to Plymouth, and we generally consider ourselves as West Siders.
Sure.
And I think that's what gravitated those people towards my campaign, and I'm only too glad to have them involved. Pittston has just been a great area for me, and for a variety of reasons. But I've been in a lot of organizations that people from Pittston are involved. I've attended Pittston Friendly Sons dinners on a number of occasions. I've been to some of the infamous smokers at St. Rocco's, Our Lady of Mount Carmel on more than one occasion. So I think people accept me as one of their own.
Sure. Thank you. Well, Tommy, we thank you. Roseanne, thank you very much for your time. This is Joe Valenti signing off for PittstonPolitics.com, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Hopefully we'll have some more interviews like this.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye.